Hello, welcome to JV Trading News. Today's date is 17th day, November 2025. How is your Tuesday going? How hope you have a lovely time. And I'll be going straight to the newspapers review. Let's quickly look at the first one. The first one is mass abduction return. 145 missing in 4 days, and that is a very quite high number. Remember, that's just about 3 states far out, and then in the just 3 states, other state, and that is a very serious. And currently, KB is having 25 school pupils. I mean, they are pupils. They are young students. I don't know how they are young. They're not, they are still at their very tender age, and they're being kidnapped. And one school member or staff was also passed away because they had to clear the person off. And then let's look at why is this happening. Some people are saying that this is what used to happen. They fired us back to 2023 before election. In January, between January and March, about 700 plus people were kidnapped, and in instability, economic crisis increased during the election time, and it just sound like more of like political points or political destabilization to try to cause confusion. But let us remember that we are in a country where the same current president, also used the Chipo girls to campaign and even showed it. And then he challenged, he told the president then to Jonathan to resign if he cannot maintain the sanctity and safety or the protection of the people. So now let's hope that things get better. So let's look at the second news update. Now this one is from INEC, and that is BVAS ends identity theft in Nigerian elections, INEC share. Now, this is quite more of like reasonable, and that is the very right thing to say. But the issue is that what is the point when you are really talking now, making statements now, but when it's time for you to act as the INEC chairman, I hope you know, just tell us and give us an excuse, one excuse or the other, and not make sure that you do the diligent work by ensuring the confirmations of the collated results to see the one with manual and as well as the one on the PRF portal. So there will be no need to rush the election when you know that you have not done the right thing. So the advice I will be giving to the Alex chairman is to ensure it doesn't turn to the Mahmoud the second. So let's see that till this get out of the issue now. Then the next one is UN Food warns of flooding crisis struggles to feed hungry. Now, one thing I want to understand is that Trump is matter that is cutting the cost. Aids, different places trying to save money for the citizens of the U.S. and trying to make sure that he uses all measures to the advantage of the United States of America. Now, our own president does not even care much about that. He just squander things without proper visions and the purposes, and also considering the priority. What are those things that need to be addressed, and then those things are being met. Most times we just get to know that they want to spend this much amount of money, but at the end of the day, there's nothing being done. So let's hope that things get better, and then Nigeria's cover. So about 110 million will be able to benefit in 2026. About the heads, because the target used to be more of like 300 plus million of people, poor people, but now it's going to be 1/3 of that number because of the issue of funding. So let's look at the last one. This one is the case that happened in Alimosho in Lagos. And it is stationed as Lagos Street urchins stab Air Force officer. What happened? They were playing football, and these young boys were playing and they were having fun. And without that knowing, this man, who is Air Force officer, was on the mufti, meaning that he was not wearing uniform. He was just going by, and then the ball hit him. In the process, he took the ball and then threatened and said that he will bust it out. And then after he did that, he busted the ball and also threatened them that they should not come near him. That if they do, there is going to stab them. In the process, the boys, you know how Lagos used to be. Lagos people tends to be, stubborn and show that they are Jagaban people, city boys in the state, and that means they claim that they are the only no one kind of thing. With those people that used to stop building estate developers, rather, those who are building, so they used to disturb them and collect money. And these kind of people, they are used to those things, kind of lifestyle, thug-rich lifestyle. That is common in some areas in Lagos. So at the end of the day, they held him, they overpowered him, and one of them removed collected the dagger, or is it a dagger or knife, that small knife, and then he did damage to his body, and they ran away. In the process, he lost his life at the hospital. So that was sad. Then in the process, the following day, Air Force people, they came with their vans and then started shooting sporadically and tried to be looking for those who committed the crime, who pied the boy, because I don't want to use the word, so that I try to, as much as possible, to not cause any issue with the community guidelines. So let's see that at the end of the day, the people we are afraid they're closed early now, and then the community is not really moving the way it's supposed to move. So this is how far I can go today. I believe that you'll be updated regarding what is happening around you. See you tomorrow for a fresh edition of JV Trading News. Remember, my name remains Johnson Salami.